It looked like there were a lot of guys left 800 to go. What was your thought process going through that last 800?
I mean, just trying to stay calm. I honestly feel like in the race I might have had my worst positioning the entire race, the last 800. So that was a lot of, especially the last like 300, just trying to just tell myself a gap would open up, and then especially that last 100, just closing as hard as I could. It was a weird race. I mean, I don't know if we expected it to be fast, but I think I just didn't expect it to start that slow, and then a little bit of cat and mouse, and it was just bunching up a ton. But yeah, just tried to stay relaxed as possible, and then just, especially the last 300, you're just trying to close and go through your gears, but also navigate all the bodies. So definitely a little more traffic than I wanted to find myself in, but happy to use that last 100 and punch the ticket.
So there's kind of a gap there between you and Emmanuel with 100 meters to go. Were you a little bit nervous about that? Not known for...
Yeah, I was a little nervous. I mean, it felt like I was closing. I mean, obviously unfortunate that unfortunate that he fell, but just tried to just keep my eyes up and just channel my inner 400 meter runner. And yeah, I mean, especially the last 300, I think was when I thought about it maybe the most. It felt like Joe, Grant, and Emmanuel kind of were able to just start to pull away a little, and I was found myself a little stuck behind Lopez, and it might have been Shadrach, and so just being stuck on the inside, it felt like it would have been counterproductive to try and swing wide on the outside. So I mean, I was just trying to stay as relaxed as possible, and then as soon as there was daylight, just go as hard as I could. But definitely was not where I wanted to be, and made that last 100 a little more stressful than I would have liked.
So last year you went for the steeple. Would you, if they had moved this thing up, were you going to be doing the steeple, or did you only do the 10 because of the schedule change?
I think the steeple was always kind of a question mark this year, just coming off Achilles surgery in July. I just wasn't sure how it would handle. I feel like it would have been fine with the hurdling. I think the water jumping was kind of a question mark for us. So I almost raced the 10K last year when I paced 8K. We almost, a few days before, switched to racing. So I think it was always a race that Jerry felt like I could potentially succeed in. And so this year we had the opportunity to do the race, and we felt good with how it went back in March. And so we wanted to try it this year. I think maybe even if it was still in June, it still would have been something we pursued. So the scheduling kind of just worked out that we were able to knock it out in May, but I think it was always going to be a potential focus this year. Whether we do the steeple later this year or if it's more of a next year thing, I don't think the door is fully closed, but I think I just wanted to give my Achilles a full year of running again, because to do well in the steeple, I need to be able to run. So kind of just wanted to make the smartest decision for my body, and then just further explore an event that we almost explored last year.
Will you come back for the 5?
Yeah, that's the plan, definitely.
About halfway through the race, when Woody dropped out, did you see that, and what went through your mind?
I did. I thought he got tripped. I don't know exactly what happened. I just looked up at the screen, and instead of showing the race, they were showing a replay of him kind of like grimacing and grabbing his stomach. So that was really hard to see. I also heard someone yell in the race like, "Woody's out." So it was tough to see him on the sidelines, especially when he's been doing all the workouts with us, and I knew he was in fantastic shape, but he stayed out there the whole time cheering us on, and he was one of the first people to give me a hug, and he was really honestly great when we were warming up, just kind of talking me through like what he thought the 10K could be like from his experience last year at the trials, and really bummed that this is how the 10K played out for him, but I'm sure he'll be back strong in the 5K.
How does it feel to make your first U.S. team in kind of a new event?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ecstatic. I think, last year was pretty hard. Obviously tried a new event and it didn't go my way at the trial. So, I've definitely had some great races at Hayward and definitely had some races that maybe didn't go the way I was hoping. So to, work my way onto my first team in this new event, I'm pretty excited. I've got some fantastic teammates with some history in the 10K with Mo, Lopez, Woody, and Grant. So great training partners, and definitely excited for what could happen in Eugene in this event. So it'll be a lot of fun. But for now, I think we're going back up to altitude tomorrow, and the focus is probably going to be already on the 5K. So it's kind of how we operate. But I'll definitely let this one sink in and enjoy this moment.
In practice, how have you been stacking up with the guys?
I mean, I feel like for the most part, right there, we had a really hard session, maybe 10 days ago, and Mo and Grant were kind of the only ones to actually do the whole session. I was 200 meters shy, so I was feeling pretty good after that one. But you know, for the most part, everyone does everything together. It's just maybe the amount of exertion or perceived effort might vary based on the
Where was
level
Woody
of
in that
fitness.
one? Was it a surprise that he dropped out? Or?
I was surprised. I mean, Woody's such a gamer. Like, I would have expected him to be right there with us. Like, I think I was surprised that he dropped out. I mean, for the most part, we're always finishing workouts together. I mean, obviously sometimes people have better days than others, but you know, usually everyone's right together. So I think we were all feeling good heading into this race and felt like we all had a chance of making the team.
So what was that killer workout?
It was 3 sets of 1200, 800, 400. And we've never, as soon as he told the guys what it was, Mo was like, I've never done that many sets. So it was definitely one that kind of worked through all the paces, starting at 5K pace, good amount at 3K pace, and then, you know, we're down at like 1500 meter pace on some of the 400s at the end. So it kind of works you through everything and builds. And I felt like with that one, we definitely felt good heading into this race.
What does it mean to you to have your family, like your grandparents here, after this like culmination of all this hard work that's getting you to Worlds?
I mean, it means the world. They're just as much a part of me getting to the starting line as, you know, the work I put in at training. So to have them there, they've been at so many of my races, so many of my soccer games, everything. So to just have them at this moment means the world, and, you know, it's definitely very special to be able to give them a hug in the stands.
So proud, man. I mean,
Thank you so much.